What's going on there, folks? Good evening. It is Earthmaster here on the live stream, jumping in with a quick update on some potential, I was going to say severe weather, potential geomagnetic disturbances tonight and over the next couple nights. Tonight looks like it will be the most intense, a G1 class storm, potentially bringing the aurora down to middle latitudes at 25%. And higher latitudes have a better chance at 60% there. You can see that on this specific graph right here for May 18th. And then dwindling down over the next couple days, but still staying quite active on this planet. And that all comes from coronal holes facing us. Let's go ahead and check out the most recent coronal hole map. Earth-facing coronal holes, pretty good size one, not a major one, but there is one Earth-facing and also one down to our south. Giving us kind of a double whammy with geomagnetic activity expected. You can see the geomagnetic field and the auroras possibly increasing at the moment. Excuse me. I still cannot kick this little cough I have. You can see right here a little increase in the KP index is up here around 3 or potentially coming up to 4 here pretty soon. But we're expecting somewhere along the lines of somewhat significant, but nothing terribly too bad storm coming in. Here talks a little bit about a potentially large active regions about 3 days away from reaching the east limb. Now this is a sunspot. Okay, I had to get a drink of water. Goodness. I'm cursed. Every time I turn on the microphone, it's like, I got a cough. It's like, what the heck? So, sunspot activity kind of ramping up as well. 3 days away. Looks like this was put out on the 14th. 14, 15, 16, a potential large active region. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that one there. But the main thing is that geomagnetic disturbance from the coronal holes that are facing us. And that should ramp up here pretty soon, folks, with the wind speed and the density. Right now, it's still kind of just minimal, but it is increasing a little bit right there. You can see that on the latest map. Also, the aurora forecast deepening here with the green. Of course, as you get into the yellow, orange, and red, that shows a more significant aurora forecast. This is from the Noaa Space Weather Prediction Center. This thing goes out about 30 minutes or so. So pretty neat to look at. This thing does run live on our live stream. Updates every 30 seconds or so, somewhere around there, maybe 20 seconds. Detailed forecast. We'll check this out real quick. Active conditions expected. There is the stormy conditions there for the 18th. UTC time of 6 to 12. Yeah, so we'll see what happens, folks. Definitely be checking that out if you're living in the higher latitudes. I believe Space Weather kind of put out a little notification on that as well. Storm watch possible May 18th, 19th, when the paracoronal mass ejections, CMEs, is expected to hit Earth's magnetic field. The two CMEs left the sun on consecutive days. Let's see here. Individually, the CMEs appear to be weak. Appears to be weak and insubstantial. However, they could add up to a geomagnetic storm. So we'll see. These guys are kind of downplaying it a little bit. We'll have to see what happens here. But either way, coronal holes facing Earth. As far as a recap on earthquake update activity here, the latest quake on the map, a 2.6 out here near Long Valley Supervolcano, Tom's Place to be exact. You can see Long Valley caldera. I was just down there a couple weeks ago, kind of within the caldera. I think Owens Road is right there where I was at. Just a dirt road and lots of people out there, like in campers and stuff, just kind of camping out there, I guess. It was kind of odd. A little odd. I'm camping out in the desert. You know, there's nothing out there. No water, no plants, nothing. But anyway, this 2.6 striking out there near Tom's Place, away from Long Valley. But Long Valley does sit up here to the north by a few miles. 6.1 kilometers for that 2.6. Looks like a little potential swarming going on in that region. We'll definitely keep an eye on that. As far as anything else, 2.5 and above, pretty mellow. You got to go down to the microquake level to see the general activity around the region. Lake Tahoe area hasn't seen any significant activity since my last update. Still sitting at just a couple quakes there in that area. We are getting a increase in movement along the coast range from about Eureka, the Mendocino Point junction here, the northern end of the San Andreas Fault, southern end of the Cascadia megathrust area, southward, okay, along the coast range here, and into parts of the San Andreas Fault south of the Bay Area. Last time we seen this, we started seeing earthquake activity ramping up in Lake Tahoe, and that's kind of what we're looking at as well. So a little bit of pressure buildup out here along the west coast. Just something to be on guard about. Southern California quieting down. It's not dramatically active. A 1.5 microquake there near Cucamonga. Riverside over here to the west. Overall, generally quiet activity in Southern California. Let's go ahead and check out Hawaii real quick. On the Big Island, getting a little increase in earthquake activity along the southeast flank once again. 30 to 35 kilometer depth for most of these earthquakes. Typical. Something we've been seeing and keeping an eye on for quite some time. There is some further movement up here to the north that we haven't seen kick off in a while. 2.4 on the north end of the Hawaiian Islands at about 35 kilometers below the surface, and a 1.9 further inland at 12 kilometers. So a little odd ball earthquake activity taking place north of the Big Island, and also some earthquake activity off the southeast flank here, kind of near Lohi Seamount out here, this underwater volcano, about 5 miles away or so, 1.9 for that magnitude at 21 kilometers below the surface there. So Hawaii kind of on the ramp up, earthquake activity kicking up there a little bit. Japan still seeing a little bit of movement there. We talked about that earlier in the update video. And then of course we had this 5.2 just a little bit ago there, southeast of the Loyalty Islands, 10 kilometers below the surface. Pretty shallow earthquake in this region. Things have calmed down here through the New Zealand area and Fiji. No further deep earthquake activity to report for that region. So, all right, folks, just want to jump on and say hi. Hope everyone's having a great Monday night. I know I'm enjoying my evening very much so. It's a beautiful day. Not a cloud in sight. Texas looking pretty crazy for severe weather. Lots and lots of rainfall coming up for Texas, Oklahoma area. Goodness. I got some personal issues going on here, some family issues going on that is requiring my immediate location to be here at home. So I will not be storm chasing for right now. I will let you know if that happens. Otherwise, I would be out there, but some pretty important events taking place right now that I need to be around for. All right, guys. Hope everyone has a good night out there. Stay safe, and we'll chat you guys a little bit later. Peace out.